Teach a dog to sit, super little pause. To teach a dog to sit, start by holding a treat in front of their nose and slowly moving it up and back over their head. This should cause the dog to naturally sit down to keep their balance. As they sit, say the word sit in a firm but calm voice, and give them the treat. Repeat this process several times, gradually increasing the amount of time the dog stays seated before giving them the treat. It can also help to use a hand signal, such as a pointing finger, to indicate to the dog what you want them to do. Over time, the dog should learn to associate the command sit with the action of sitting down. In addition to using treats and verbal commands, there are several other tips that can help make the training process more effective. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Be patient. Training a dog takes time and consistency, so be prepared to spend several weeks or even months working on this skill. Don't get frustrated if the dog doesn't catch on right away, and remember to praise them and give them treats when they do what you want them to do. Use positive reinforcement. Dogs respond better to positive reinforcement than to punishment, so focus on rewarding good behavior rather than scolding them for getting it wrong. This will help the dog to associate sitting with good things, treats, praise, etc., which will make them more likely to do it in the future. Be consistent. It's important to use the same word, such as a sit, and hand signal every time you want the dog to sit. This will help the dog to understand what you want them to do, and it will also make it easier for you to communicate with them. Practice regularly. Training sessions should be short, no more than 10 to 15 minutes at a time, but frequent, several times a day. This will help the dog to retain what they have learned, and it will also prevent them from getting bored or distracted. Gradually increase the difficulty. Once the dog has mastered the basic sit command, you can start to introduce distractions and other challenges. For example, you can try training the dog to sit in different locations, outside, in the living room, etc., or you can ask them to sit for longer periods of time before rewarding them. This will help to build their obedience and focus, and it will also keep the training interesting for both you and the dog. What do you think? Like and subscribe to our channel for more tips.